How to overcome sugar craving. So, refined sugar is one of the poisons in our diet that is bad news in many ways because it becomes, when you melt sugar, it's a sticky substance. It becomes sticky in between all the cells, and the waste matter that comes out of cells gets stuck with the stickiness, and then you have inflammation and a build-up and attracting viruses and bacteria and all types of illnesses. And really, it is such bad news. If you could understand what's happening and to remove it from your blood, to remove it from your body after you give it up completely, will take you minimum 2 years since you stopped it completely. So, and the problem is it's very difficult to give it up, and it's more addictive than cocaine scientifically, right? So in this video I'm going to discuss some proven strategies and explain why it's going to work, right? So for those of you who like the contents of my video, please also remember to like and subscribe to my channel. This will greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And one optional extra favor, if you could just drop a comment and share it with just one other person or your favorite social media channel, I would very highly appreciate it. But more importantly, I want to thank each and every one of you for your precious time that you're spending in my channel or listening to my videos. Thank you. For those of you who don't know me, I am Osman, hashtag the blind Muslim yogi. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other psychological, physiological, and spiritual ailments. An amazing offer. I'm offering 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, less than the price of a cup of Starbucks coffee, and delivered to you telepathically anywhere, instantly, globally, and pay only after you are satisfied. And this goes for all my treatment protocols. You only pay after you are satisfied with my treatment. For contact information, go to my website, yogawellness786.com. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing this art form for almost 50 years and teaching for 44 years. In this time, I studied under various masters from different schools of thought, from different cultures across the globe, from the Far East, the Middle East, the West, and including the scientific communities. What I've done is I took the best of all the worlds and created my own unique combination protocols, but adapted them more for the 21st century, basically make them quicker, faster, easier, more time efficient, and results oriented. To that end, I now have students in over 100 countries, and my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com. Um, Please also remember that my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, this one factor that sugar is more addictive than cocaine. And when you try to give up sugar, you start getting the shakes and the shiver, like withdrawal symptoms. You get like, they say low sugar or carbohydrate craving, but it's actually withdrawal symptoms, right? It's not easy. You have to have like a lot of chocolates, and you have to have like 10 times what you normally will have in sugar, when you cut it out. But I found, number one, an easier way that to replace with peanuts, right? But I normally use raw peanuts, unroasted, and unsalted. Because I want to control the amount of salt that goes in, right? I want to decide how much salt I actually put into my body, not just have when you're just having salted peanuts, it's going to be too much of salt. That's too much of anything is also not good news, right? If I need more salt, I can add it in my food, right? And what I found, so why I'm saying peanuts. So firstly, many people are allergic to peanuts. So if you're allergic to it, unfortunately, you have to choose something else, like maybe walnuts or almonds or whatever, right? Walnuts is the most expensive nuts on the planet, and almonds are like double the price of peanuts, right? So peanuts are, and if you're going to have them raw, unroasted and unsalted, you can't purchase them. It's so easy to find. You have to like really search online to be able to find a place that supplies these things, raw, unsalted, and to be able to purchase them. Now, of course, if you are allergic to all kinds of nuts, then you have to find another alternative that is protein based. Secret is try to have protein that's going to be slow burning and not going to let you to go into starvation. Don't allow yourself to starve. And why I choose peanuts is because it's got a high natural sugar content, a glucose level, very high in glucose. And in a keto based diet, it's not recommended to have peanuts because too much of glucose in it. It can cause a sugar spike, but but it's going to be a healthy type of sugar, not going to cause the type of harm that refined sugar. The harm that the refined sugar does is it forms a sticky gum between your cells that's not allowing all the poison and the toxins to be absorbed by your lymphatic system, stuck there, attracting bacteria, causing inflammation and making you to go and get overweight, diabetes, this problem, that problem. So even if you quit the sugar, you still feel you have symptoms because it takes 2 years for that to leave your system. And then if you're going to have it little bit in between, like just with your tea, I have 2 spoons of sugar. You're like feeding it to stay there all the time. You have to completely cold turkey cut it out completely, right? So I was fortunate that I had the experience of being addicted to cigarettes. And I smoked cigarettes for 23 years. I think just yesterday was my 18th anniversary of having completely quit cigarettes, right? So I tried to quit. I mean, I was smoking for 23 years, but after a few years, after about 5 to 10 years, I think after, I wanted to quit. And I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And eventually, I remember my daughter was now an adult. She says, Dad, why you keep struggling to quit? Don't quit. Why you struggling? Why you keep trying to quit? I said, no, I won't stop trying. I keep trying till I succeed. And I succeeded, of course. How did I succeed? How I succeeded is to know why I was failing. Why I was failing is on a social occasion. I said, okay, just one cigarette will not harm, right? Because used to be a smoker and I've quit it. Then, in a stressful moment or in a party situation, having that one, it led to 1,000 after that. And then sometimes you're very stressed. Okay, I can't think straight. I'm just going to have this now, to help me, with my this thing, and then I will stop it after this, just for this stressful time. So some people under every stress, they just take a few cigarettes, to help them, to cope with that stress. And all these things don't work. So the final time, what I said, I want to quit this, come hell or high water. I'm never gonna touch it. Never ever, not even touch it, not bring it to my lips and light it up, right? So since I did bring it up to my lips, but I never lit it, right? 1 or 2 times, just like remembrance, but not my own, um, I remember, I think there's only 2 times I did that. It's just to feel what's the sensation, of it being there. And you have to also understand what's going to be involved, that it's going to take 7 years before the tobacco completely comes out, clears out from your lungs. So, which means a bit of it is going to be there for 7 years. And when I quit, I knew it's going to be very difficult. And I used the gum. You can use a patch or a gum. I used the gum to help me for the first 3 days. And after that, I stopped the gum, right? I said, now I can, if for past 3 days, I'll just use my sheer willpower. And I just said, no, even if it means I'm going to die, I must rather choose death than touch it again, because it's important, right? It makes. I mean, you're gonna on average increase your lifespan by 5 years on average, right? If not much more, right? And you're gonna. I mean, for those who who get lung cancer, majority of people are smokers who get contract lung cancer. And I used to cough very heavily at that time, And I had a morning, smoker's cough, and I was getting worried, that I'm gonna end up with, pneumonia, or and I did have pneumonia once. I was coughing blood and so forth. And if I wasn't smoking, I'm sure I would not have, coughed blood. And all these things were getting me worried, for my longevity. And of course, my health improved so much, and I replaced it with exercise, right? And a healthier diet, and eating. I never really munch a lot or snack. I just got busy with work, kept my mind occupied. And fortunately, I'm an entrepreneur and self-employed. You get so busy, you got no time to think. And of course, you in the beginning you miss it a lot. It took me 7 years for the craving to go. 7 years for the craving to go. I remember at 6 years I quit. When someone lit up, I immediately was feeling not so badly like in the beginning, but I was like, I wished I could light one up, but I made myself the promise that I must die first before touching another or smoking another cigarette again. And I didn't do it. I did that cold turkey. So with sugar also you have to do the same. It's maybe worse than cigarettes. I don't know which is worse, cigarettes or sugar, right? Because it really influences like inflammation. Inflammation is the root cause, believe, or the root contributory factor to almost 90% of the illnesses. Do you know that medical science can only cure 4,000 illnesses, and 14,000 illnesses there is no cure? And I believe 80-90% of that can be avoided just by removing sugar completely from your diet, right? So remove it, don't have it on occasion, now and then, cut down. It's not going to work because it's still that stickiness is going to remain. You need to clear out from your cells completely, right? Stay, refined sugar, stay. You can have like fructose is okay, have fruit. Bananas are very sweet, right? Pears, avocado pears, amazing. Food starts tasting better, by the way, once you leave sugar. And have your coffee without sugar or your tea without sugar. I know in the UK, my friend, they have coffee with milk and sugar, and I'm originally from South Africa, so that's the case also in South Africa as well. But when I went to the Middle East and started to have espressos and americanos, I got used to it, and then I started to love the actual taste of coffee, you know. And I love coffee now. Now when people put sugar in it, oh my God, it tastes awful, right? For me now. And I just drink, and I have my herbal teas, so I don't have too much of coffee. I maybe have like one average about 1 cup of coffee a day, or sometimes like 2 or 3 cups in a week, right? Not all the time, but there's a tea from South Africa called rooibos tea, ROOIBOS. Oh, it's absolutely amazing, filled with antioxidants. It really cleanses your system and boosts your immune system, improves uh, your functioning or your resistance against illnesses, makes your body stronger. I'm an energy healer, improves that aspect, and helps to reverse neuropathy and all the inflammation, helps reduce inflammatory markers and factors in your body, that was caused by sugar. And remember that after quitting, it's going to take a minimum 2 years for it to leave it. Possibly, I mean, if tobacco took 7 years, I believe, follow the 7-year rule that you're going to still crave. After 7 years, there's going to be no craving. Now, I don't crave for a cigarette at all. I don't. There's nothing. Someone can light up. Actually, when there was once I was in a room and people were like, "Oh, sorry, you don't smoke." I said, "No, I don't act. Like I'm so innocent. I used to be a smoker for 23 years. Light up, no problem." Oh, I started to cough and I couldn't handle it. My lungs, I was surprised my lungs can't handle that smell. It's like from craving it now, it's something like I hate, right? Not hate, but my lungs don't like it anymore, right? And so hope that information helps you, and take care of yourself always.